Welcome to Still Breathing, the Miah and Anthony's Chronicles.
Welcome to the Miah and Anthony Chronicles, where I'm Miah. I said, where I'm Miah.
I'm Anthony. I'm trying to get some coffee, Miah. I have arrived.
My husband decides he wants to just
Do a live.
do a live this morning. Just literally a few minutes ago. And I told him I don't really do social media like that, you know? But, you know, this is something that he was interested in, so I want to be supportive and, you know, what you have going on.
Oh, this all me. Well, I mean, listen, y'all. This is gonna be something we do every week. We will be having we'll have these talks and discussions posted. We're gonna have a YouTube up and a YouTube channel up. You'll be able to search the Miah and Anthony Chronicles, and you know. Hopefully you guys will get on this journey with us and learn, build, laugh, and love. You know, just on this journey right here.
I like that. Love, build, laugh, and learn. Is that what you said?
Yep. Not in that order, but yep.
Okay.
I didn't even say it in order. You said you wanted to open this thing up with something.
So I did, but you know, see how mine be, man, it'd be something. But I just wanted to read this because this really definitely inspires me. I'll read it and it really does inspire me. So it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference. This one was a big one for me. Like when it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Why is that big for you, buddy?
Okay, so the things I cannot change. I try sometimes to make things the way that I guess I see fit, or the kind way, the nice way, the pleasant way. But sometimes things just don't go their way, you know. And
yeah, I get it. I was like,
yeah.
That was rude.
Yeah.
Introduction for y'all, man. Me and Miah here. We've been through a lot of stuff. We've been through ups and downs, ins and outs. We 15 years in the game, finna be 16 years on August 21st.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
On Leo season?
Leo season! So along the way, we learned a lot. We just wanted to come on, and there's a lot of negativity in the world, man. It's a lot of negativity in the world. And, you know, we just want to do a small part by, you know, imparting to a platform some goodness and some lessons learned, you know, trial and tribulations. One key thing that I want to touch on is like communication. You know, a lot of times we communicate, but we don't fully communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you mean we don't fully communicate?
Okay, so like this morning, right? I was like, hey, babe, I want to go live, right? And I want to share, you know, some of these things we going to, because you and I have some deep discussions. And, you know, one thing that I didn't do was communicate the whole plan to you. Like, it just popped up, and you're like, okay, I'm with it. And you just moving with it. So, you know, I feel like if I was able to communicate more information to you, you know, and gave you it, you know, a couple of days, you know, process it, you be taking years to process stuff, man. This girl, every time I'm like, hey, babe, let's go do something real quick. I need to process that.
Absolutely.
Hey, babe, I want to get in this business real quick. I need to process that. Mike, can you come out the bathroom real quick? I gotta go. I need to process that. Mike is a processing sister, okay?
Yeah.
But communication, man, communication is key. For y'all couples or y'all new couples or inspiring couples.
What's a new couple?
New people that just found each other and think they like each other, but they don't know. They trying to figure it out.
Say that again.
People that found each other and think they like each other, they don't know that yet. So they're trying to figure it out. That's a new couple.
Okay.
Don't take the stuff. I just coined that.
Yeah, I gotta process that.
Oh my God. We'll be back in about 10 years. Don't leave me, Spirit. I need that 2 more days. No, man. Y'all, so I'm coming on, man, and we just want to share with y'all. And, you know, I have a lot of followers, but I don't know how many true followers are really following what I'm doing. So for those of you that do chime in, that do come on, that do rock with me in a certain way, rock with my wife and my family in a certain way, I'm hoping to see y'all on here more. I'll be on here more. We're gonna have some visitors on here. You know, we'll have some of everything. But at the end of the day, we ain't gonna leave this platform without imparting knowledge to each other. You know, me imparting knowledge to you, you impart knowledge to me. I think that the conversations we have are like dynamic. So I want to jump into one conversation we had, right? And we was talking about, you know, for the older generation, to our generation, to the generation under us, acknowledging the fact that kids have feelings, they are entitled to opinions, they get to make decisions, but you know, I guess it's situational based, because for some people they have a challenged kid, right? And challenge meaning like a kid that needs a little more attention, you know, needs a little more time to mature, or might need full-time support, you know, mentally, physically. But like just going through our whole thing, you know what I mean? Like our kids, you know, they going through stuff. And the only lessons I can really teach them is the lessons I went through as a kid, and try not to do the things that I didn't really like my parent did to me. Parent.
Okay. Can you hold 1 second? Hold on 1 second. Let's
You gotta process that.
I gotta process that.
Oh, yes.
I do.
Okay.
So can you break it down in a little bit of shorter sentences of what your point is, please?
I'll take pause for the calls. How you doing there, Mr. Hannah? That's my homeboy right there. I seen him came on.
Hey, Hannah.
What I meant by that is my people, like the way I was raised, the golden rule: a child should be seen and not heard.
Okay, let's stop there. A child should be seen and not heard. How does that make
This for you to come in. I don't want you to play Dr. Miah to me. How did that make you feel, Dr. Miah? Did you ever go through that?
Yeah, in different forms. Yes.
Did you like that?
I didn't understand it at the time of being a child.
You understand it now? I don't understand. That spells trauma all over the place to me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk. you can't come around the adults, you know, and you can't really do anything. That's almost like going into the store and your mom or your daddy, like, what they say, you can't work. Did you ever get to talk before you went inside the store?
Oh, absolutely.
What was the talk?
Don't touch nothing, don't say nothing, don't look at nothing, don't
touch
don't breathe. No, I'm just playing.
Don't breathe.
I'm just playing.
If I catch you breathing, that's gonna be, come on, man.
Yeah, so I was the type of kid though, but I would ask questions, right? I would say,
You got to ask questions.
yeah, you didn't?
Not really. It ain't no two-way conversation. It's one way. I say you do.
Yeah, I got to ask questions because I asked my mom, I say, Mom, you say don't touch nothing, don't look at nothing, don't. So how am I supposed to walk through the grocery store if I can't look at nothing? So I'm supposed to, you know, go to the grocery store with my eyes closed? And she say, Miah, quit trying to be funny and get your butt on in this store. And I say, yes, ma'am.
But you weren't trying to be funny.
I wasn't.
But you get in that store and that conversation gone, ain't it? You like toys, candy. Ooh.
It did, because like I got to see like all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was in the store when I want to stop. I was like, ooh,
Everything your mama said.
yes, it was a good experience, but I guess I shouldn't took it so literally though.
As a kid,
right?
You a kid. I think that our parents, like I grew up through this, you know, we lived in the hood. My mom held down a job, had 5 kids. You know what I mean? She didn't have a lot of time to impart personal lessons into each of us, and primarily because she was raised in trauma, and trauma has really plagued my family. And I'm pretty sure trauma plagued a lot of families, but that's one of those generational curses that just keeps on going until somebody stops, you know, and think like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't tell my kid, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing, you ain't getting nothing, all that stuff. And I think because the parent ain't had the money to get you all this extra stuff, or the parent didn't communicate to you that I got one purpose to go in here, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna get this, and we're gonna come back. But they felt like they didn't have to explain that to you because you a kid.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? How would you know that though?
What you mean?
Is that like your thought?
That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Now, I would have to really go back and ask my mom, like, Mom, how come you said this to me? You know, and really get it in. But when I found myself doing it, I'm like, wow, no, that don't make sense. When you get a kid in a store, first of all, the stores already play on your psyche. They got the all lights, hitting all the bags of chips just right, hitting the candy just right, the toys glistening, and you just forgot everything your mama and daddy said to you, like, ooh, 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 and you so excited.
Yeah.
And the parent don't even think about how the grocery store or the toy store or any store then set you up for failure. Because they done hit you with them all lights and now they got your attention. Everything mama said is gone. She's like, man, I'm going to get this little Spider-Man toy. Look how it's shining in the light. Oh, we got a little button. Oh, I'm Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man. Didn't I tell you don't touch nothing? I'm Spider-Man. I'm about to be Spider-Man. Phew! Trying to get up out of there.
Oh my goodness.
But like just growing up, man, like that trauma, man, you know, that's just one of those things that, you know, we try not to impart on our kids. You know, and I applaud you, Miah, for taking a stand and turning around and facing the trauma that was put on you and me and standing the gap, you know, and not continuing that process. Because honestly, before I met you, like, man, I was hardcore. Like, I ain't really take a lot of mess from nothing or nobody, and a lot of that was trauma filled. I'm wrapped and draped in trauma, and that was my mask that I wore. So when I had a kid, it's like, all right, man, I'm about to raise you in trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm about to raise you in trauma because that's all I knew. But you ain't grow up like that. See, you grew up different. You had love too. My parents had a real good marriage, so she got a mom and a dad to see two different perspectives in life, right? I had mom and then the streets, and then my sister. Shout out to my family, Mama Darius, Miss Powell, my grandma, my brother Eli, my sister Tasha, it's the whole nine like that. My brother Jadon, my brother Chris, Cameron. I love y'all, man, for real. But we all grew up together and separate, right? But rolling this thing back to communication, you knew that, right? And you said, we're not doing that. We stopped spanking Jacob at what? 4? we spanked that boy one time. I wanted to put him on the butt. And he's like, And he go back and do the same thing. And she's like, whooping him ain't working. Well, you need to do something else. He looked like he enjoyed it. How you get over that? How you get over that? So Miah quickly started learning and discussing with me different ways to raise our kid without trauma, without physical trauma. Because every time as a parent you put your hand on your kid in a physical way, that's creating a space for trauma to come in. That's trauma being attached to that memory. I ain't no psychologist or no psychiatrist, none of that, man, but I'm just telling you what I went through and how it impacted me, right? And so I'm just spitting truth to y'all. So that's where I'm at, okay?
Yeah, and me either. This is just what we go through as a married couple.
15 years strong. I'm gonna drink our coffee to that. We decided to stay together.
Oh my goodness, I like that.
Boom. Yeah, so I know I was talking a lot, Mike, but what's your thoughts on some of this stuff, man? Because I can go.
I for real feel like I guess I can only speak.
You got 8 minutes. Go.
I can only speak today, yeah.
Today? I guess we married today. Later on, I might be a boyfriend.
Come on.
And then I turn into Mr. Whoever that character
Facts. But okay, let's dive into it. Ask me the question again, please.
Communication. How did you discover a different method of communication for our kids dealing with trauma?
I just knew, well, definitely prayer. Let me say that. Because, like, yeah, I didn't, I don't know.
You can't say, I don't know.
I just feel like
it happened in the past.
It did.
What did you do?
What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I can't be answering questions on the spot like that. I'm not, okay.
You gotta process it.
I do.
I told y'all.
So, I don't know. I guess I just really knew. Sometimes I didn't like that as a kid. And then I would watch my son and be like, yeah. It was something in like his face.
Okay.
Like, that kind of caught my eye. Like, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like
they didn't even know what they were doing.
I didn't even know. So, why are you yelling at me? I'm just a kid. I'm just trying to explore. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, figure this life thing out.
Dang.
Because they, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't never
been here before. So, how I don't know that the stove is hot. And if you tell me the stove is hot, what if I'm the kid that I need to see it for myself?
You gonna have some.
So how do you deal with that? And you like, don't do it. But that kid like, okay. I think sometimes that's just a parent to a. Okay, so I'm saying on me, talking about me and my son.
Can I be honest?
Can I please finish?
Okay, well, hurry up. We on camera.
So,
that's God saying, don't you do it. Come on, wrap it up. Come on, babe. You can get that so we don't keep it. Don't get it.
I'm gonna call you back.
Don't get it, baby.
No, it's fine.
She didn't silence her phone. Please take this time to silence your phone.
I just think it's like building trust between this is just my thought.
Okay.
Building trust between, so my mama say, and maybe they ain't even thinking about that. They just maybe want to touch it. I don't know. But I don't know. I just see it as, well, I told you that it was hot. But I'm the type of person to be like, oh, and I'll wrap the, with the Band-Aid and stuff, and I'll be like, now didn't I tell you that was hot? Why would you touch the stove? And then he'll come back with I don't know. So how do you deal with that?
I'm gonna do a quick admittance. I mean, I'm gonna admit some stuff here. So, you turn the stove on the oven, you got the door, and as the stove heats up, put a little hand on there, and he be like, I say, it's getting hot. That's hot. Hot. And then it gets hot, and then you touch, you like, ooh. I say, yeah, that's hot. Don't touch. That's hot. Right? So now I'm associating that little experience with like, that thing is hot. If I touch that thing, it would make me feel like this. So I shouldn't touch that thing.
But what if they keep going back?
That's a lesson they gotta learn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta learn the hard way then. Nah. That's just, as a parent, you just gotta try to figure that piece out.
Yeah.
But you gotta figure out, you as a parent, and you kind of, we had this discussion, and that's Hannah saying, what's up? But we had this discussion, and a lot of times, and you had brought this to light for me. A lot of times, it's not, parents get frustrated because they don't know how to communicate to their kid. And instead of them learning the kid to figure out how to communicate, the instant response is like this: no. Then I tell you no. And, that's so quick and easy to do, is associate that pain, that trauma with your frustration to the kid. Mm. So even though they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I still believe you could have conversations with them and teach them different methods and different ways, of navigating life. The stove, for instance, sometimes some lessons in life are learned the hard way, which means you got to go through some stuff to get the lesson. And learning about the stove being hot, that just might be one of those things. You could be a good parent, keep a kid away, but it's gonna be that one Thanksgiving where you just cooking and sucking and doing stuff, and that little kid come there like, and touch that thing like, right? Mm-hmm. But they learn right then, like, I don't want to touch that. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you take their little hand out of that lesson, you try to put it back on there, they're gonna be resistant, like, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Right? But then that's a learning moment, like, hey, that's hot. Don't touch. That's hot. Right? And you might not think the kid understand, but I think they understand. Mm-hmm. They understand that. Yeah, Mike, this is great, man. What you want to bring up? Because I can talk. We got 1 minute left.
Well, I would just say, stay tuned to more conversations like this, just from us, and how we just learn to navigate this life. It is definitely a beautiful life. It has its ups, it has its downs, but all in all, it is beautiful.
Okay. Sometimes in life, you're gonna understand that a lot of things can happen through communication. To me, there's no such thing as over communicating. So the thing that I always roll through in life is, whenever you want something done, it always takes a conversation. It starts with a conversation. And with that conversation, you start to explore. So if you want stuff to change in your life, right, you have to start communicating what you want and communicate thoroughly what you want. Whether that's your life, whether that's your relationship, whether that's your job, a friend, anything, it starts with a conversation. But be clear in exactly what you're trying to get done. In relationships, communication often, if miscommunication results in anger, results in frustration, results in disalignment. So if you in a house together, or you in a relationship, or you know, with each other, communicate what you're thinking. Stop keeping that all to yourself, because the other person ain't in your head. They don't know what you're thinking, right? I don't like playing the Clio game. I'm not psychic. Talk to me. Tell me what's up. And we gotta have real conversations through that communication. You gotta be bold enough to sit down and talk to your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friend, your mom, any kind of relationship. You gotta have enough heart to have that conversation.
So I'm gonna have this part. What do you have in there?
I'm getting to it. So for all of our Ohioans, right? If you're in Columbus, Ohio, we would like to invite you all to join us at the dinner theater presented by Tailor Made for You Arts Lab. This whole series, the Tailor Made for You Arts Lab, Taylor Branding Company, is called the Legacy Series. If you're here in Columbus, Ohio, August 5th through the 17th, you guys can find 3 shows that will discover the legacies of 3 of your heroes. One show is Twisted Beauty, the Willis Brothers, Entrepreneurial Journey. Another show is Off-Air Chronicles, Angela's Pace, Barrier-Breaking Career in Journalism. And the last show is Inner Chocolate by Miss Pamela O'Loughlin, Story of Identity, Adoption, and Colorism. If you enjoy live entertainment, live theater, and you want to eat something at the same time,
Dinner in a theater. Sounds marvelous.
you can definitely go to, let me see if it's up here. Well, the good thing, okay, www.taylor, Taylor, Made, MADE, the number 4, U.org, and you can grab your tickets. We will post a flyer for those of you who are interested. So if you're not doing anything, you're at home chilling, and you're like, I want to enjoy a show.
Dinner and theater.
What you saying? Off to the theater we go. She said it before I went on a mission one time. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, I can't give the shout out to just TB Co. Also, for you all that don't know, we have LoveCon Network Foundation. We do mental health and wellness events for military, first responders, and the family. One of our flagship programs is a mental wellness comedy show. So if you're in Columbus, Ohio in October and you find yourself wanting to laugh, or you're curious about mental health comedy, how does that work? You can go and follow me, because I always drop the latest news for LoveCon Network. You can follow Miah Darris. She always dropping the latest news for LoveCon Network. And you can get more information on how to get your tickets. Okay? That's all we got, man. I appreciate y'all time, effort, and energy, and for tuning in.
Yes.
Again, y'all can find this whole video.
What about the rally points?
Oh, the Rally Point. Okay. So the Rally Point is another program that LoveCon Network Foundation has. And it's a support group. In the support group, we have real talk, real conversations. Got food, got And we'll have like maybe a therapist come in and give us some tips and tricks. But it's mainly for like first line workers, police, firefighters, military, veterans. And we all come together and we talk and we share stories and we uplift each other. We hold each other up because we all we got. So tune in more and follow me, follow Miah. And we'll get you some information on the rally points.
How about following Love Con Network right here on our Facebook?
You can follow Love Con Network Foundation right here on Facebook. And stop. That's so corny.
I love it though. Your corny is funny.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Bye for now.